Allie, getting a chance to go back to a familiar confines of Arkansas, what are your thoughts, and what do you think the expectations of the team playing Notre Dame that first game? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're all super excited. When our name got popped up, we're like, let's go, because we are just familiar with the venue, which is nice. Most of us have been there before. And I think that's a big part of it, is just knowing, the field you're playing at and the fans and whatnot. So that's pretty cool to go back there and see what we can do year two. Yeah, Notre Dame's a tough team, so we're really looking forward to compete in this regional, and four great teams at this regional and great teams throughout the tournament. So just looking forward to competing.
Go ahead, Brian.
What did you learn about Bogle Park the first time you played? Is there anything unique about it? Does the ball fly? How does the dirt play? Like what did you pick up about the characteristics of the park the first time you threw?
I think it's similar to our field. Really passionate fans like our field, so not too different from us. I think so. I feel familiar with that field, and I think everyone would agree.
James?
You've done this a couple of times, Allie. What's the difference psychologically as a team on that Friday night, whether you're in the winner's bracket or the loser's bracket, in terms of when you're going into Saturday knowing there's at least a margin for error versus the season's on the line every game thereafter, and the importance of getting that first win and being on that side? Or is it not necessarily as stressful?
I think it's always important to get the first game in a regional. I think as long as there's outs, there's a chance to win, and that's what we've been saying all year long. And so I feel like we've been playing with that sort of mentality, which will help us regardless of the outcome of the first game. But yeah, we're just excited to compete, and we always have outs to work with. As long as we have outs to work with, we have a chance to win.
Chris?
Allie, you guys went into the season not just training your physical, but also your mental approach to the game. The end of the season didn't quite close the way you wanted to, which will kind of put that psychological training to the test. What are your thoughts about having that preparation and leaning on it now?
Yeah, I think the Pac-12 tournament gave us an opportunity to play with something on the line, which is new for us this year, new for everyone in the conference. And we thought it was great to kind of feel like there's a little bit more pressure on you, because if you lose, you go home. And so being able to play a game like that this year definitely will set us up for what's to come this weekend.
Ryan?
The goal this season for you has been be better against the opponents that you played last year, have a better result. Does getting the same draw as last year against the same seed sort of help that mindset of you guys going in and saying, we went to Arkansas last year, didn't get out of the region, now we're going to Arkansas again and are looking for a different result?
I think every year a team is a little bit different, regardless of how many people they're returning or not. We're a different team than last year. I'm sure the other teams are playing this weekend are going to be different than last year. And so I think anyone could beat anybody at any given time. And that's kind of what we've learned throughout the course of this season and just softball in general. So yeah, going through this weekend, I'm sure we played this team last year, or we've played a couple teams last year, but it doesn't matter because this year's whole different ball game.
Go ahead, Ryan.
How much does it help that it's almost like an extension of Pac, where you played every team in the Pac-12 conference multiple times last year, you played Arkansas multiple times last year? How does it help to have a look at a team multiple times the season prior and then kind of extend out this Pac-12 season, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just cool that we get to play this weekend in a familiar place, focusing on Notre Dame for sure. I think the last time we played them was a few years ago, so there's not really much to remember from that, but just looking forward to the first game.